Welcome back into the Look on the Pulse Network. I'm Maggie Rulli, and up next, I am super pumped up. We have a great guest lined up for everyone. Her name is Jalia Pettis. She is the founder and visionary behind 3J Productions. Jalia, I want to welcome you on. It is so great to have you here. Thanks so much for coming on our show today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, Jalia, starting things off for people that maybe don't know about 3J Productions, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your company?
Sure. 3J was founded in August of 2006, so we'll be turning 5 this year. Yay. Very excited about that.
Congratulations.
We are
That's
a
huge
fashion,
deal.
beauty, and imaging company. We kind of consider ourselves the one-stop shop. So anything within the realm of event planning, model development, casting and promotions, hairstyling, makeup artistry, wardrobe styling, art direction, photography, you kind of name it. Anything dealing with fashion, beauty, and entertainment combined, we do within our business. And we're based in Columbia, South Carolina.
So you guys are busy, to say the least. But you know,
Yeah.
Jalia, I'm curious, how did you sort of get involved in all this? It's such a huge undertaking. Now, you were sort of started off as a model. You know a lot about the industry. When did it become a passion of yours? When did you decide you wanted to turn that passion into this successful company?
I would have to say when I relocated to South Carolina. Like you said, I started as a model, did a lot within my adolescent years, and was offered a major contract out of New York City that I had to turn down because at the time I had my first child. So that was just not going to happen the way that I wanted it to. So when I relocated from Arizona to South Carolina is kind of when I decided, you know what, it's time for me to get behind the scenes. And that's pretty much what I've been doing since then. I'm also a makeup artist. I've been doing that about 3 years. So have to go get on the road in about an hour and a half to go out of town for a client shoot this afternoon. So really just kind of started, you know, as a model myself, being an open slate, you know, having everybody kind of pull and prod you here and there. And I had some training. I definitely had to go through the training aspect of it. And when I moved out here, I just saw that there was a niche. A lot of people thought that they had what it took to be a model, but really didn't have the tools that they needed to be successful in doing it.
Well, you mentioned so many things there that I want to work apart a little bit, because you say you're leaving for, what was it, almost a 2-hour drive to go to a shoot, and it's already going to be late in the afternoon. It's a Friday afternoon. It's a lot of work to first off be a model, to put the photo shoots together, to be a part of the photo shoots. And you often forget that when you're just looking through a magazine and you see, oh, this is such a pretty picture. This woman looks really gorgeous. That's a nice product. You know, next page. But give us sort of an inside scoop. What really goes on? Can you sort of bring us to a day in the life of someone that attends these photo shoots? It was a model, still works with models today.
It is a lot of work. Basically, I'm going to be driving to Charleston this evening. And tonight, once I get there, what we'll be doing is we'll be putting together our concepts for our shoot tomorrow, which is going to start at 4 a.m. That means you have to wake up at like 2:30 because 4 a.m. means 4 a.m. We're going to start with hair and makeup and wardrobe. That way we can catch the sun rising to get those awesome shots, that awesome lighting. And we will shoot all day long until tomorrow night. And then that will be the wrap of the day. You know, when you're talking about putting a shoot together, you have your photographer, you have your photographer assistant. Sometimes you have your videographer. Then there's the hair, the makeup, the models, the wardrobe. You know, all of those things come into putting together a photo shoot. And, you know, a lot of times we just think, like you said, you see the end result with the fabulous photograph. But, you know, those are long hours. So we're going to start this evening at 8 o'clock, and we won't get done until tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We'll get a few hours of sleep tonight, but we'll have to rise at about 2:30 to prep to be ready to go at 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine that. It's just really incredible what goes on behind the scenes. Not only of photo shoots, but then you have sort of the high-end fashion runway shows as well.
Yes.
You've worked multiple runway shows in the past. What are some of your experiences from working shows, like runway shows, in addition to photo shoots? What are the differences?
It's just as high energy, but it's a little bit different because you don't have to, well, with an event, you're on a time constraint. You're definitely on a time constraint. You know, somebody might still need to come out of hair and makeup, or might need to change clothes in the middle of the show while another model is walking down the runway. So you have those quick changes that have to happen very quickly. And if that individual isn't ready, it's almost like you have to pull the next girl. So there's a lot of, I can't even begin to explain how much more stressful that is, but it's exciting. You know, majority of the time we are kind of high off of caffeine and Red Bull, but it helps because there's just so much going on at one time. I just finished the style exhibition, which is our annual event that takes place in Colombia. But prior to that, I was a makeup artist for Charleston Fashion Week, which takes place in Charleston, South Carolina. So there are always high energy things taking place behind the scenes of fashion events. You know, there's never a dull moment, from somebody tripping and falling to, you know, somebody still in the makeup chair needing to be pulled out to get on the runway.
Oh, you do not steal the makeup chair.
Yes, pulling out, yeah, still having the comb and the eyeliner and stuff need to be tweaked. You know, they might have the lipstick on the teeth. We have to check all of that right before they hit the runway.
Well, I do want to reference that fashion runway video that we were just watching was from Charleston Fashion Show, which you were a part of. Now, you also were a part of, as you mentioned, a style exhibition, which your company actually runs. Can you tell me a little bit about what that exhibition is and what your sort of mission is, what the goals are behind the exhibitions and behind 3J Productions?
Sure. The style exhibition, we got started in spring 2007. And we just finished on that project in April. We have it in April every year. It's a 3-day event. It's a fashion networking event. So it's set up differently than a fashion week. We have different things going on each day. We have our party element for the party goer that just wants to hang out and have a good time. And then we have the true networking evening for different entrepreneurs and small business owners to come out, exchange business cards, make good contacts with other individuals, and then also an opportunity for those that are in the fashion industry, you know, dealing with hair, makeup, wardrobe, gives them an opportunity to kind of sell themselves. And then the final day is what takes place, is the fashion showcase. And that's all of the designers pulled together and they showcase their garments on the runway. So it's a 3-day event, very, very high energy. We start planning. We ended in April, so we'll start planning here in June, and it's June now. So yeah, we'll start planning now to get ready for next April. It takes a lot of work, a lot of work.
All right, well, we're talking about how much work this all takes, and I have to be honest with you, Jalia, sometimes I feel like my morning routine is like I'm getting ready for a photo shoot, because there's frenzies and there's mascara flying, and it's just me. It's just me alone in the bathroom doing it all by myself, so I can't even imagine what you go through. But in the moment of my morning routine, it seems like it's probably the most important thing in the world. So what are some tips or tricks, takeaways from your experience, your career in the industry? What can you sort of take away from these hectic runway shows, from the hectic photo shoots that maybe we can apply to real life? What are some tips that I can do in the morning to make my life easier?
You know what? I might have to give you a tip for the night before, which I'm probably kind of divulging a little bit of a secret here.
Oh, I love secrets.
Hemorrhoid cream.
Oh, really? No way.
I know that sounds gross, I know. But if you put hemorrhoid cream up underneath your eyes and just kind of let it sit there for a few hours, or you could let it sit overnight, and when you wake up the next morning, wash your face real good, and it'll take away the puffiness up underneath the eyes. You have to make sure, though, that you haven't been irritating your eyes throughout the day, because if you do so and you put on the cream, it's going to burn. It's going to burn.
Okay, have you done this in the past? Do we have your first-hand recommendation of hemorrhoid cream?
And I'm telling you that it's going to burn because I rubbed my eyes and then applied it, and I thought my eyes were on fire. So yes,
Jalia, I'm a little afraid, but I trust you. I will try this as well, and we will talk. We will talk about this.
And Vaseline goes a long way.
Now, so what do you do with the Vaseline exactly?
Vaseline can be a moisturizer at nighttime as well. You know, I apply it not only to my hands, but I also apply it to my face, and I apply it to my feet, and I put on socks. That way, you know, you have that moist that moisture that retains in your skin while you're sleeping, and you don't have what we call brick busters when you wake up the next day ready to put on those open-toed shoes.
Oh no, I can just see everyone in the control room shaking their heads because I'm known for not having the prettiest feet. So now that you've given me these 2 great recommendations, Monday, it's going to be the weekend. I'm going to have some fun. I'll try the hemorrhoid cream on my eyes, the deep puffing, and I'll try to get my feet ready for summer. I'm going to trust you, but you have your work cut out for you on these puppies. So
make sure you call me beforehand just to make sure that you're doing it the right way. Remember, hemorrhoid cream the night before, and the Vaseline on the feet the night before, and then wash it all off when you wake up the next day.
So much work being a woman, isn't it?
It really is.
All right, Jalia, well, it's so great to have you on, but hey, we also asked viewers out there if they had any questions for you. You know the industry inside and out. You've been a part of it now throughout your entire career, and we heard some feedback from Blackberry. Nikki B, she tweeted out a question to us, and she asked the question. She goes to Maggie Brulian at 3J Productions, how do you get into plus size modeling? So, Jalia, that is the question we have for you. What is your best advice for how to get into plus size modeling?
Plus size modeling is just like any other type of modeling. You have to make sure that you're taking care of your body, regardless of the size of it. So you need to make sure that you're eating right. You need to make sure that you're taking care of your skin and your hair. You need to make sure that you're exercising. And then once you do all of that, you have to take some test shots. Find a photographer to take some test shots with. You don't have to always, do glamorous hair and glamorous makeup, because once you do your test shoots and you send those in to a legitimate agency, they want to see you. They don't want to see all the fluff. So they want to see little hair, a little bit of makeup, very little bit of makeup, simple hair. They want to see a head shot. They want to see a profile shot, and they want to see a full body shot. That way they can truly see who you are without all of the fluff. So I would definitely say take care of your body, do a few test shots with some local photographers, and then send those in to a few agencies that might be around the area.
All right, Jalia, so there you go, Blackberry. Nikki B, Jalia at 3J Productions, telling us how to get into plus size modeling. I like that, though. It's all about you in the long run. It's all about just presenting your best self. It's kind of what we're about anyways on The Look. Jalia, thank you so much for joining us. And hey, if people have more questions or they want to find out more about 3J Productions or just ask you about that hemorrhoid cream, where can we find you? Where can we reach out?
You can find me on Twitter at 3J Productions. That's 3JAY Productions, completely spelled out. Or on the web, www.3jproductions.com. And we're also on Facebook and MySpace. So just enter in the number 3JAY Productions, and you should be able to find us with no problem.
All right, Jalia, thank you so much. Thanks for the tips, too.
Thank you.
Hemorrhoid cream and Vaseline. I'm trying them both. All right, Jalia, thanks. All right, guys, hopefully you took away some great tips and tricks from insider into the fashion world. When we get back, we do have some more Look, this time checking in on health and wellness. That's what's up next right here on The Look.
The Pulse Network. It's social TV.